Let's move on because this is it just boggles the mind. The brokerage firm Robinhood looks more like a gambling platform than a brokerage firm. What are we talking about? Well, Robinhood initially went public at $38 a share in 2023, and then the stock fell to under $10 a share. Like, oh my gosh, it was terrible for this company. It wasn't going to do anything. Well, it has since recovered, and it's now trading somewhere around $107 to $110 a share, depending on the day. What has caused this shift and the huge increase in the stock price? Well, one big reason is that the company has really allowed major, not just little speculation, but major speculation for their investors. And this is going to cause so many people to lose so much money. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that I think they've kind of tried to take away from like the big brokerages like Schwab and Fidelity is the crypto space. They're like, oh, you can do crypto here too. You know, that takes on to that whole risk theme that they like to live by. And I mean, they've allowed people to buy coins like Bonk, B-O-N-K, never even heard of it, Dog with Hat, and Pudgy Penguins. And I looked at these today and I was like, what in the world? Pudgy Penguins has a market cap that was over billions of dollars.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Dog with Hat is about, I think it was like 500 million, but at one point it was, again, billions of dollars in market cap. And it's like, what in the world? Like, these things are just crazy. And just when you think there's no way they could come up with anything more speculative, surprise, and this is what I'm talking about, maybe they need to be headquartered in Las Vegas, they have come up with an investment known as prediction markets and event trading. And somehow the regulators have let this slide, or maybe since government agencies don't move that quickly, it just has not been addressed yet.
And I'm wondering if this, because we have seen Bitcoin fall from, 125,000. I saw it on Friday around 82,000. I think it
fell as low as about 80.
80.
It almost tipped into the 70s,
right,
but not quite.
And that could cause, I don't know, what is Dog What If?
Dog with Hat. Like, I think
hat.
it's supposed to be with hat. And I looked online and it had like this dog with different hats. I
can't even say the name. Yeah, Pudgy Penguins, Bonk. I mean,
I thought honestly when you wrote Dog with Hat it was a typo, but no, that's the real thing.
Yeah, it's the real thing. And it's just these have to be cratering, and this has to going to be a problem.
They're nothing. I mean, they are absolutely nothing. And I don't want to say that people deserve to lose money, but if you're doing these things, frankly, you deserve to lose money. I mean, there's no fundamental reason to buy Pudgy Penguins.
Well,
what are the fundamentals on Pudgy Penguins crypto?
I would be embarrassed to tell people, what are you investing in? Oh, Pudgy Penguins. Like, what? I mean, and it appears that on their app can predict what the outcome will be of a football game, politics, contracts over economics, even, and I read this, I read it a couple times, even if aliens will exist on Earth this year. And I think the investment was like $4, and you have a chance to get $100. I mean, right? I know you look at me like this can't be true, but Chief Brokerage Officer Steve Quirk says that this is the fastest growing business we have ever had. No surprise, you're gambling. Robinhood stock trades over 50 times projected earnings and is looking for about $4.5 billion in revenue, which is an increase of 53% over the last year. I mean, you know, we talk about this stuff. I mean, when you go to a casino, they do have a thing called Gambling Anonymous. Well, I think when you open the brokerage account with Robinhood, there should be somewhere there, here's the number for Gambling Anonymous, because this is, I don't care, they made a different name, predictable markets, you're still gambling. There's no fundamentals, there's no earnings, there's no dividends, you're just gambling on something.
I just don't understand. Some states, they don't allow for online sport books. Like, you can't bet against sports, but you can do a prediction market. It's the same. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. It's the same thing. And how are the gains taxed? Are the gains taxed as short-term gains? I mean, what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of crazy that this is frankly allowable.
Well, as you said, maybe the regulators just haven't got caught up yet, because maybe what they're waiting for, they're on the back, yeah, we need to do something on this, waiting for it to get bigger and bigger, and then they have more to go after maybe. But it you know, it's like your tax return. I think they have 3 years to audit you. You never get audited after 6 months. Yeah. It's usually after 2.5 years. That's when you get the notice. So we could see in a couple of years, all of a sudden Robinhood like, What? Oh, what? They're getting, fined, penalized, or what?
I mean, they just are doing so many crazy things. Obviously, they're trying to do, the stock tokens rather
Yeah.
than equities. Now they can't do that here in the U.S., thankfully. I mean, it just is so far removed from actual investing, and they're making so much money off of other areas rather than actual investing that it just boggles my mind. And, we talk about this growth. I mean, and you mentioned the number here that revenue is going to increase 53%. So maybe you can justify a higher multiple on it. But as we've said, there's just so much speculation and these insane, crazy things that there's no doubt in my mind that in the future, many people, I don't even think a few people here, many people will lose more money than they ever thought was possible by speculating on these crazy things rather than investing into good quality businesses, which I'm sure Robinhood doesn't make any money off of. A fallout, though, in those risky investments, and I call them quote unquote investments, could hurt Robinhood's reputation, which I believe would be bad for the long-term growth.
Oh, yeah.
And right now it's hot. People are making money off of dog whiff hat. But again, you lose your whole investment. We know that we live in a blame culture.
Right.
People aren't going to blame themselves. They're going to blame Robinhood.
Oh, yeah.
And I think 5-10 years from now, if we have a huge collapse in a lot of these markets, who's going to get blamed? Robinhood. And
Yeah.
I think they will have a very hard time growing, if not even sustaining business.
And you say 5 to 10 years. I think it could be even shorter, 2 to 3 years, because I just can't see this going on. And I've seen things like this in my past, doing this for over 40 years. I've seen things like this happen. And it's like, it's great now. It's funny. We laugh at it. People are like, oh, yeah, I bought what dog with hat?
Whiff hat.
With hat.
WIF. Dog whiff.
Whiff hat. Whiff. Okay, not with, but dog whiff hat. And they, oh, yeah, and I made money on it and so forth. These things are going to crash. There's no doubt. And you know what people are going to say, Chase? Oh, investing in stocks is risky. You were so far away from investing. You were gambling. Don't ever say that investing in stocks are risky, because if you look at earnings and cash flow, all these other things, you're going to do well. But it's just a shame that these things happen. People will lose money on it, same way they go to Vegas. And it's just, we want to bring that up to you. I think if you have an account at Robinhood, take your money somewhere else. So
I mean, you can do normal investing at Robinhood, but I think the temptation to do these crazy things is just too large.
yeah, I don't think I would want to deal with Robinhood.